Fear is power!
It literally just got you going, is power. We just finished recording an episode of the Fear podcast, and then we realized we forgot to talk about Sonic. So we're reviewing...
Sonic 2.
Sonic 2. We're reviewing Sonic 2. I don't know if I'll actually... I don't know if I'll edit this into the Fear podcast.
Or just turn this into a regular review.
It's gonna be its own video anyway.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when we review
Sonic feed.
Because most of the time when we review new movies, I make them their own video anyway.
Yeah.
But
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
But honestly, this movie was so good it deserves its own screen. This movie was so good it deserves its own screen time. We talked about Sonic 1 in like our second episode of the Fear podcast.
Yes.
It's weird to like think about we're getting sequels to movies that came out in 2020, like early Fear podcast. But that's just the weirdness of Sonic the Hedgehog 1's original release.
Sonic the Hedgehog 1 I would charitably describe as a movie that is better than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
It is a talking animal movie, but it's good.
We talked about that one in another video.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2
they took the cap off. They took the lid off.
Chaos is power!
Chaos is power!
Where did that go?
That's behind the chair. I wanted it out of the way so I could talk about Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Imagine we've all seen the movie where there's just one fight scene that goes absolutely buck wild for no reason.
It has no right going that hard.
Now imagine, and just makes you say, what is happening? Now imagine if that was every other scene in a movie, but in a good way, not in an incoherent way.
In a way that's like, this movie was made for us because it's as unhinged as we are.
This movie is one of the most manic things I have ever seen in a movie theater.
Feels like it was written by people with ADHD.
And
again, none of this is derogatory. This is all compliments.
This is all compliments. As far as I'm concerned, this is a 10 out of 10 movie for what it was trying to do.
I was expecting, this movie gave me exactly what I wanted and 10 times more.
Yeah.
So there was a scene not even halfway through the movie, I think, where I was literally sliding out of my chair. We were watching this in the movie theater, not on our couch.
No, yeah, this was not on the couch here. This was in the movie theater with 6 other people, 6 other friends, and parents and their kids in the rows in front of us, and I'm in the back going just the whole time.
I feel like we knew it was going to be unhinged when the introductory scene is Dr. Robotnik creating a Rube Goldberg device to create mushroom tea.
It was unhinged from the first 2 scenes. Literally the opening shot where they used a Guardians of the Galaxy MCU planet style title card to introduce the mushroom planet that Eggman was stranded on at the end of the first... I started laughing at the first shot of the movie where it just said, the mushroom planet, in big letters.
I leaned over to Lauren or someone, I said, is this the Mario movie?
and then the Rube Goldberg machine just made me laugh even more.
And then when Knuckles
shows up, Knuckles just
Knuckles immediately shows up, establishes himself as a badass, and then he's like, "Where did you find this?" And then
oh my god, this fucking subtle reference. Eggman says to Knuckles at the end of that scene, "I will show you the way." That's their do you know the way joke, and it's so subtle that I was the only person in our group who caught it.
And you might be thinking, now, there's no way they actually made a do you know the way joke.
The first movie had Sanic, so
they made a do you know the way joke.
Yeah, they're doing this shit on purpose.
But at this point, there's a very high likelihood that the third movie is going to have a Sonic Petersonian speedrunning joke.
See, that's funny.
I think what is infinitely more likely is Eggman saying, "I've come to make an announcement" at some point.
Yes.
Obviously, he can't recite the whole monologue because it's a kids' movie, but he can say, "I've come to make an announcement."
Oh my god! And then it just gets more crazy from there.
Because
the next scene is Sonic going around town as a vigilante trying to solve crime, but he's so incompetent at it that he causes more damage than if he just ignored the criminals.
I was like feeling it in that scene, like second scene of the movie, and I'm already like, this seems so unhinged. I have to temper my hype. The whole rest of the movie can't possibly be this unhinged.
And then
it just got more unhinged. Every time I thought it could get more unhinged,
we had just done a D&D one-shot where we were playing superheroes who were also unhinged maniacs. And like during that whole scene, we were just like, this is literally just a vigilante.
Watching this movie with a bunch of friends who like all have inside jokes is the best way you could possibly watch this movie. And this is the best theater going experience I've ever had. Just like the humor potential and the like. I've never been like wheeze cry laughing in a movie theater before at a scene, and this was like again, it was a for some reason
even the parts of the movie that you would expect to be boring, like the human subplot.
The scene that I was literally breaking down at was the Sonic ends up in a bar scene midway through the movie that both the first movie and this one had. A scene that absolutely was, for all intents and purposes, filler, but it was so batshit that I was just like, what's going on? They have a dance battle at the bar
in Siberia. They almost get thrown in a fire, and then to save themselves, they have a dance-off.
I don't want to spoil any more than that, but they have a dance-off. And I've seen some reviews that were like, oh, it's the bad, like, kids movie dance-off.
No.
Those happen at the end of the movie. You haven't watched enough bad kids movies.
You don't know.
This is just the writers being unhinged.
This is the writers being like, studio said they needed a dance scene, and then they're like, I have an idea.
What if we made it a meme? This whole movie is like... And then like 2 scenes later, so they send off the human characters to a subplot with a wedding in Hawaii.
And you expect, this is going to be the boring one.
You expect that to be a boring subplot. I'm not going to say what, but at some point in the movie, that subplot takes a turn that like, and it's shortly after this dance battle scene where it's like this the boring studio mandated human subplot takes a turn and becomes like just as crazy as everything else, and that's when it really like set in. I'm like, oh my god, this is the most unhinged manic movie I've ever. It has the plot twist of that subplot is so dumb and so. It feels exactly Sonic game writing.
It feels like that would happen in a Sonic game.
Everything about it is so exactly how a Sonic game would be written. The whole movie has the absolute like chaotic nonsense writing energy of a Sonic game,
but done intentionally and well.
Yeah, the writers know what they're writing and are trying to be funny rather than just being bad at writing.
Yeah.
Eggman is great.
Eggman is great, but he's also like arguably like the least interesting thing in the movie.
He's not,
which is so funny because he was the most interesting thing in the first movie. He's not the scene stealer
that he was in the first movie because everything else has been amped up to match his energy.
Yeah, he's the straight man to Knuckles' weird dumb
scenes. Yeah,
dumb himbo.
They found the perfect balance between badass and dumbass for Knuckles.
Yeah,
he's got a bit of that Drax from Guardians going on, where he's like battle-trained warrior himbo,
but very bad at handling social situations.
Yeah. But it's not exactly Drax. No. It's
because he's not failing to understand.
He doesn't not understand humor. Like he knows that Sonic is joking at him. He acknowledges it.
He's more like, what does this have to do with battle?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
He's just like all battle, and
he's also. He's got a lot of Knuckles from Sonic Boom energy. As just like this dumb himbo.
Idris Elba knocks it out of the park as Knuckles.
Perfect.
The slight accent he chose to give him is
dot.
it's
dot.
He made a lot of choices for Knuckles that I would not have expected, but they're like good actors.
Idris Elba being like, Knuckles isn't gonna be sexy, so that was a fucking lie.
Like they made it like he made a lot of like strong actors' choices, and I don't know if these were the director's idea or his ideas.
But whoever's idea was top notch.
But because this Knuckles is very much distinct from the games one,
without feeling like
a different thing.
Without feeling like a derivative.
If anything, it's almost weird seeing Tails in this movie alongside Knuckles and Sonic.
Who's basically
Tails
just his video game
Tails is straight up game Tails, played by the game voice.
Down to the voice. And she does a great job because of course she does. This is her job. She's been voicing Tails for
she's also
20 years.
Tails is also kind of sidelined in the movie though. That's sort of a flaw, but I also think scenes like the dance scene in the bar, it's filler, but without it, Tails would feel even more sidelined.
Yes.
So it's like kind of necessary.
And Tails has like some interesting things that you can do. Like he has that weird technology stuff he's got
Tails,
going on.
oh my god, when Tails gets knocked out in that one battle, and then Sonic's like, he's got to go stop Eggman and Knuckles, and he's like, I can't leave Tails behind. And then Tom's like, it's okay, we'll watch Tails. Sonic runs off. The next shot, Tails gets up and is like, Sonic, wait for me! And it's like, wait, what? You're awake now? I was laughing at something else and I didn't see him get up until Luke like hit me on the shoulder and was like, Tails is awake, Tails is awake.
Tails just fucking collapsed.
This was the kind of movie where there were like shots that I only half saw because I was like collapsing in my chair laughing at something that happened 2 seconds before. It's just so unhinged. It's all just so unhinged. There's that one shot where Eggman leaps in his like Eggmobile thing in front of Tails to grab like the ring or whatever the emerald or something, and they literally just like moved the image of him over, like he stopped moving halfway through the shot and they just like moved the image of him over. I'm like, they did that on purpose. There's so much shit that would be like bad in any other movie, but I'm like, they're like doing this is a joke. They're like doing this on purpose because it's funny.
And then when we get to that scene,
Which scene is that scene? There's 100 that scenes.
The thing.
The wedding?
No.
Chaos is power!
After that.
Eggman gets... Oh my god. Eggman gets the frickin' master... Also, Eggman and Professor Stone are 10 times more queer-coded than they were in the last movie.
Everyone in this movie is gay. Even the straight ones.
Right. Except the only people who aren't gay are the, like, human friends.
Yes.
Because they're boring.
Even then, I'm not entirely sure the groom's best friends aren't all gay.
Oh my god! The military general military general from the first movie reappears, and I didn't even realize this until I was reading like online later. But they established that his like team is called Gun, and Gun is an organization from, like, the Sonic Adventure games.
Yeah.
So they're, like, setting up the Sonic Adventure shit.
Oh, my God.
Like, and... Oh, my God. Spoiler alert! When Super Sonic showed up, we clapped in the theater.
We fucking
I like, half ironically and half, like, you earned it.
Completely unironically
right?
clapped. I'm like,
no, I would say...
No, you deserve this.
Yeah, I was like, you earned the clap, and also this would be funny. This is my Marvel movie. I'm not even that big of a Sonic fan, but I'm a huge like Sonic meme fan.
Yeah,
and I feel like
these
movies are made for the lovers of the memes.
Yeah, like seeing Super Sonic show up and just wreck Dr. Robotnik's shit. Holy crap!
Oh my god! Hit the fucking egg death robot. See, that's what after that dance scene, I had seen enough.
Let me show you how big I can be.
Oh my God. When he gets the Master Emerald and he shows back up to Stone's, like, to their, like, evil lair / Stone's coffee shop.
Oh my God.
He's, like, messing with, like, he's doing, like, a voice modulator thing. Jim Carrey hamming it up. I'll say they give him complete free reign to hammer it up this time, which means occasionally he does a quip that just doesn't land, which is a very Jim Carrey thing. When you give him complete free reign, like 9 of the quips will land, and then 1 just.
But you don't.
But then you forget about
9 others in the
2
meantime.
seconds later.
Yeah.
But That's why I would say I think he may have actually been slightly better in the first movie, just because he had enough of a lid on to be like actually kind of menacing.
Yeah. And this, he's complete cartoon.
In this, he goes complete cartoon, but like everything else is matching it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This movie elevates it to the point. So there's talk of Jim Carrey retiring.
I could believe it.
This movie elevates things to the point where if Jim Carrey just was not willing to come back for a third one,
they have
I was like, they can do something else. They can find something else to do. They could bump up Dr. Stone and make him like the actual antagonist of the next movie.
That's almost like what they're hinting at.
Because it's so easy, like. Even the most minor of side characters all get good screen time and solid like character.
Oh my god! When the random
cop from from Green Hill, Wade, gets reintroduced like an hour in and runs into Stone.
That's a display bagel. Ow! It is.
It is a display bagel. When him and Wade and Stone, it's like you're like an hour and a half in, and it's like, what? Why are these two characters back? What is going on?
Well, how'd you do that? I read the manual.
I was like exhausted after the dance scene, and then I just slowly realized how much movie was actually left, and it was like so fear-inducing and so exciting.
It was
fear.
It's
fear.
I want to see this movie again, and I recommend you all go and watch this movie.
Yes, seriously, everyone go and see Sonic 2.
If you like the Fear podcast.
If you've ever laughed at a Sonic meme, go watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2. If you enjoy the Fear podcast, you will probably like Sonic 2.
Yeah.
It's glorious, unhinged, manic B-movie, like, insanity.
Complete nonsense in the best way possible.
Ugh. And that's our Sonic review. Maybe I'll just throw it in at the end of the Fear podcast after I'm done editing it. But it will also be its own video that will come out very soon. Probably this weekend, because I literally haven't uploaded anything to my main channel in like a month.
Right.
So, arrivederci! Go see Sonic 2. Chaos is power! Eggman yells that when he gets the Master Emerald. And that, no sentence sums up the movie better.
Yes.
That 3-second shot of Eggman holding the Master Emerald and yelling, Chaos is power! That's just the whole movie. Fear.